Sergio.
Hi Marcus. Hi my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well as well.
Ye-
I just got here after spent 1 week. No, 1 week, 4 days in Recife. I'm
Yeah?
back to yeah.
All right, cool. And you look like you just finished exercising.
Finish?
Exercising.
Oh
No, just from your clothes.
no, yeah.
All right, Sergio. We're gonna talk, and I'll talk to you also after class. But let me just first welcome the class. Okay?
Okay.
All
Go.
right. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, all around the world. In Saudi Arabia, in Brazil, in China, in Spain, in the US, in Turkey, everywhere, all around the world. This is Marcus Higgs with Sergio with Verbling.com. We are doing a class today, a conversation class, and our topic is why learn a foreign language. All right. We're going to speak about the benefits and reasons of learning a foreign language, and then we're going to discuss the problems we have and the different struggles and how we overcome them. All right? So if you want to join, you can find us on verbling.com, and you can just click the green button in the corner, and you can jump right in the classes. Let's begin. Sergio.
Hey Marcus.
you are the only one here at the moment. Yeah.
Uh,
How is until people come? We let's just have some conversation until people come, and then we'll have the introduction.
okay.
But how is Rio with the World Cup coming? How would you describe the atmosphere?
Oh man, believe or not, until now it's normal. I don't know why. I hope that's like a different atmosphere, but no. I believe that next the previous week uh, before it gets start, Rio gets start the World Cup here
Mm-hmm.
change something, but until now it's normal.
Okay. All right. Interesting. We have some more people: Rafa, Fausto, and Adela. Let's begin with our introductions. For our introductions, I want you to say your name, what city you're in, what city or country, and the third thing is, in your mother tongue, what is an informal greeting? Okay? In your mother tongue, what is an informal greeting? So I'll go first as an example. My name is Marcus. Right now I'm in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And in English, an informal greeting would be, everybody knows this, but what's up? When you see someone, say, hey, what's up? All right? The thing with what's up is you can't say it too hard. You have to say it very relaxed and very cool. Like, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right? So everyone, what's up? Let's go with Rafa.
Yeah, I'm Rafael. I'm from Spain, from the capital, Madrid. One informal greeting in my language is Spanish. Uh, at least in my city is "Hey macho, hey macho,
Hey macho or que macho?
hey macho."
Hey macho? Okay. How do you answer when someone says hey macho?
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hmm?
Hola, ¿qué
Hola.
tal?
Hello, ¿qué tal? Okay. Hey macho, hey macho.
Yeah.
Okay. How would that translate to English? Hey macho.
I think macho in English is very similar when you are talking about a man, macho man.
Okay. So it'd be like, hey guy, or what's up
Hey
guy?
guy. Mm.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Cool. Good to see you, Rafa.
Good to
All
see you
right.
too.
We all have Spanish speakers. Let's go with a Portuguese speaker. Sergio.
Hello, everybody. Uh, my name is Sergio. I'm from Recife, Brazil, but now I am living in Rio. I think that's really common greeting here is something like, e aí, beleza?
Beleza?
Beleza. Yeah, it's,
Beleza.
it's, it's something like, uh, what's up, man? Yeah, something like that.
All right, good. All right. Let's see. Let's go with Adela. Adela. Beleza. Adela.
Uh, I am Adela. I'm from Spain. Normally, it's depend the greet, but the informal greet, for example, in between students is yeah. The other answer yeah.
What is that?
It's a greet. It's very short. It's more. Uh, uh, it's not an expression. It's only a sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible to have a sign with the with the hand, no? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the a little formal greet is hey, ¿qué tal? Is another possibility, more for the another level to the people, no? For example, if I cross a coworker, the greet is yeah, ¿qué tal?
Okay.
Is
So it's a little bit more
how
formal. It depends on the
yes, the
level of
other the
formality.
sound is yes is informal, totally
Okay.
informal.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adela. All right, Julio. Yeah. I guess Julio does not like my informal greeting. Julio, you there?
Hello, Marcus. Hello, class.
What's up?
Hey.
Yeah. Please introduce yourself.
It's my time to share. Oh, well, my name is
Yes.
Julio.
Please.
I'm from Mexico, and we have a lot of informal greetings here in Mexico. For
Just
example,
fun.
it's Kiongo.
Kiongo?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Kiongo.
Keongo.
Keongo. That's right. Sounds
Okay.
kind of African, but no, it actually means ongo. It's like oh my God, now I realize it. I don't know that word in English.
Well,
Like
figure it
fungus?
out.
It's like
Fungus.
fungus?
Oh,
Yeah.
like a mushroom. Mushroom.
Yeah, like a mushroom. Yeah, exactly,
Mm-hmm.
like a mushroom.
Keongo. Okay. All right. Thank you, Julio.
Welcome.
All right. Ampi, Keongo.
Good morning. My name is Amparo from Ecuador. Informal way to greet is to say "qué fue," or if young guys, they say "habla."
Habla. It's like
Mhm.
speak.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah, and another way we say is what you saying? It's informal, but usually older people say that. It's informal talk from an older time. What you saying? What you saying, man? Very good. Good to see you, Ampero. Rafael. That's three more. Rafael.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Hey.
My name is Rafael.
Doing well.
I'm from Brazil. Uh, especially my region in the south of Brazil, we have a informal gathering which is Fala Che. So it's very cool and very regionalist. So when you say Yaiche, or it's something very
Falache, weche,
friendly. Fala Che.
falache,
Yes, that's it.
falache, falache.
Fala Che.
Fala means speaking. What is che?
Che, it doesn't have any meaning. It's an expression from gauchos from Argentina also have the traditional, special culture that
Mm-hmm.
is from the south of Brazil
Mm-hmm.
and from Argentina as well. So it's a culture that people who have some habits, so we call Che because we are gauchos.
Or like they're cowboys there, right?
Like that, something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, farmers. All right, cool, cool, cool. Good to see you, Rafael.
Thank you.
All right, two more. Julieta.
Hey,
Hey, hey, hey.
oops, I lost my microphone. The informal greeting in Italy is ciao
Whoa.
bello.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Giulietta, I'm from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to say a greeting informal in Italian, it's ciao bello.
Ciao bello. Ciao bello.
Mhm.
Bello means beautiful, correct?
Yeah, but in that case, not beautiful. It's just ciao bello.
Okay. Well, how would you translate that to English, maybe?
You can translate.
Okay. All right. All right, fine. Good to see you, Giulietta.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And Fausto. Ciao bello. Please introduce yourself with your name, where you're from, and okay. Sorry, Fausto. All right, guys, let's get started. You see the document? Do you see the document? It's a question. I put the link in the Google chat and in the Verbling chat, and you can look at it on my
Yes.
screen.
Yes,
Thank you, Adela. All right, thank you, Julio.
Yes.
All right. You
Sorry,
live.
teacher. Sorry,
That's
teacher, I
okay.
don't hear. Okay,
Oh, cool,
because
cool, cool.
my micro it was not working before.
The
Sorry.
microphone wasn't. Nah, it's perfect. Where are you from?
Okay, okay. Well, my name is Fausto. As you can see in my profile, I'm from Mexico. Right now, I am living in Guadalajara, a little
Mm-hmm.
close to DF.
Mm-hmm.
So, very, very informal greeting. I think that Julius said before we are having a lot of informal greeting, but one of them is "Que onda, güey?"
On
But
that way.
yes, because I love the word "way."
Mm-hmm.
It's very complicated because you need to know the other person very well. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can say this one if you are having a very close friend or something like that because it is a little informal, let's say.
Informal.
And yes, informal. So
Yeah.
maybe
I
if sorry, maybe if you're saying something like that for the other people that you don't know very well, is a little offensive, you know.
yes, yes,
right.
yes. I think that's a word like some cultures in America would say homie or bro. I remember there's one que puedo, right?
¿Qué puedo?
Yeah.
No, in
No, you
Mexico.
know, maybe Mexico. Okay. All right. Let's look at our document. All right. We're talking about foreign languages. uh, Number one, why is learning a foreign language important? Very easy question. Why is learning a foreign language important? I'm going to ask Julieta, then after that Rafa, and then Sergio.
Mm.
So let's start off with this question. Why is learning a foreign language important?
Because if you want to communicate with other people from other countries, you need to know.
Okay, for communication, if you want to communicate with other people.
Yeah.
Well, that's why knowing a language is important.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you want to communicate with foreigners, good.
Yeah.
Rafa, what idea would you give?
Yeah, there are several ideas I could share with you, but the most important is to prevent Alzheimer.
To what?
To prevent Alzheimer's disease.
Yes, to move the neurons.
Yeah.
Okay. To prevent Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's. All right, good, good. That is one reason to learn a new language. Sergio.
Yeah, I think there's a lot goals when you decide to learn a foreign language. But for me, is wherever you go is the best approach you can have for native people. Maybe it's more than just learn a language. It's think about feel, culture, something related to this one.
So I didn't quite understand it. What is the main reason? Can you say it in one sentence?
Okay.
Not main reason, but what is the reason you gave?
I think it's about approach, man. You know.
To approach other people.
Yeah. The best way when you're trying have the same communication, trying to the same language, like you have a good feel.
Okay. So Julieta said to meet or to communicate with foreign people, but you're actually saying to approach them and to break the ice. Okay, cool. Anybody else want to give some ideas?
Teacher,
Go
in
for it,
my
Hatsu.
okay, thank you. I think that, for example, in Mexico, sorry, if you want to get a well-paid job, it's very important to learn a new language.
Okay.
I think that it's not only in Mexico, but for example, in my case, currently I am working in an international company. From it comes from India, so the Indian people, they are
Being a
my
young person.
colleagues. It only yes, they are only speaking English. So it's very important try to speak another language here in Mexico if you want to get a well-paid job.
Okay, so for work and employment.
Hmm.
Yes. Anybody else with any ideas?
I think it's a good way to know another culture.
To learn.
Because,
Okay.
yes, because if you know other culture, you prevent the racism. Uh, I think it's important. It's about, say, Julieta, is the communication between different peoples is interesting.
Okay, so not only communicating, but to learn of cultures, learn of other cultures. Okay. What about? Have you ever thought of if you move to another place? If you lived in another country? I think all of you live inside your original country.
Mm-hmm.
But well, personally, I live in Saudi Arabia, and I lived in many other countries. So when you move to another place, to make your life a lot easier. All right. Can anybody else think of another reason? One more reason, maybe?
I think, can I say, teacher?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Rafael.
Thank you. The feeling of confidence, when you learn another language, you can share your experience. And I believe that English became international. So sometimes it doesn't matter if you are American or British, but what really matters is your way of communication. So if you can say something in your own language and in your own accent, but it doesn't matter. If you are able to communicate well, you can share experience. And in my opinion, English became international. So we had a lot of students from a lot of places that we are here in a chat room and talking with other accents, and we can perfectly understand to each other. So this is amazing for me.
Perfectly understand each other? It's an idea. We can understand each other. It's amazing that we are all around the world at the moment, in Asia,
Yes.
North America, South America, Europe. But that brings me to the first quote. All right, we're going to read these 6 quotes. I want you to choose 2 of them that you like the best. Okay? Adela, can you please read the first quote by Mr. Nelson Mandela? Adela, your microphone is on mute. So. All right, Ampero, can you please read the quote from Nelson Mandela? Falso, can you please read the one from Rita Brown? Julieta, you'll read Roger Bacon. Julio, can you read the one from Ralph Waldo Emerson? And Rafa, can you read the one from Sarah Cadwell? And Sergio, you'd read the one from Federico Fellini.
Federico Fellini.
Federico Fellini.
Perfect.
Killing.
Go for it, Ampero.
If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his own language, that goes to his heart.
Sergio is applauding. He is clapping. Okay. That's interesting, Rafael, because you said we're all talking the same language, and that's amazing. Yeah, we can understand you, but I'm sure if I could speak Portuguese. Well, anyways, we'll talk about it later, okay? Fausto.
Okay.
Can you read the next one, please, Fausto?
Yes, teacher, sorry. Language is the roadmap of a culture. It tells you where its people come from and where they are going.
Okay. All right. Julieta.
Knowledge of languages is the doorway of wisdom. Roger Bacon.
Pardon? Roger
Roger
Bacon.
Bacon.
Yes. Knowledge of a language is the doorway to wisdom.
Wisdom.
Let's think about that.
Teacher, the meaning of doorway?
Doorway. Okay, do you know what a door is?
Yes, for sure.
For sure. Way is a passage. So a doorway means... a doorway is a very poetic way of saying a door.
Okay.
Or the way you pass through. This is the doorway to my room. This is my door, and the doorway is actually where you pass through.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
That area where you pass through, doorway.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on. Next one, please. Julio? No man?
Yeah. No man should travel until he has learned the language of the country he visits. Otherwise, he voluntarily makes himself a great baby, so helpless and ridiculous. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Okay, let's stop here. We read 4. Are there any responses to any of these? By anyone? Is there anything you want to add or you want to clarify? You want to say you agree or you disagree?
With the last one, I'm not agree, because if you only
I
goes,
don't agree.
I don't agree. Sorry, I don't agree,
Mhm.
because if you are going or visiting only the countries that you know the language, you only go one or two countries at least.
Mhm.
I think it's important when you are traveling to another country to try to know some sentences, like in Italian or in Portuguese or wherever you go. But with a few sentences, you can be in touch with the people there, having a beer, chatting or shooting the breeze, and this is enough for me.
Mhm. All right. Good. 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 I agree with you in that sometimes the beauty of traveling is the unknown. You know,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
figuring it out. Okay? He used a breeze there. He used an idiom there, shooting the breeze. It means hanging out. If you're hanging out, if you're shooting the breeze. Any other responses to the quotes we read?
I
I
think,
okay.
Okay,
Go
we're gonna go with
go.
Julio, and then we'll go with Sergio. Julio.
yeah, I just wanted to pinpoint that one thing is learning a language and knowing the language, and another one is living the language.
Okay.
For example,
Explain.
um, if somebody insults me in English, probably I wouldn't feel anything
Mm-hmm.
because I know the words, but I don't really. I mean, I know what they mean, but I don't really feel them. Like I don't really feel insulted. But if so- and sometimes they are they have these cultural backgrounds that we don't really. I mean, even though we might know the history, we don't really feel it. And the same happen in any other language. So sometimes we have to be careful with words, even though they seem, um, even though they might seem, oh man, I don't know what's going on with my English. It's maybe it's too early in the morning for me.
That's
They
all
seem
right.
naive.
Mm-hmm.
They might be actually harmful. So, for
Mm.
example, in English, you have this you have bunch of nicknames for foreigners that are kind of disrespectful. Like for Mexicans, you have like the wetbacks,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually,
Derogatory terms.
yeah, but I
Derogatory.
actually derogatory term words, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually don't feel anything if you call me a wetback. But I guess that if you actually are have Mexican roots, are living in you're living in the United States, you might get really offended.
So you're saying there's knowing the language, so you know what it means and you know what their idea is, and then there's feeling the language, or sorry, living the
Living,
language. Hmm. There's a difference, and I think that's what Mandela was speaking about when he said, you know, you can speak somebody a language that someone understands, and there's an understanding. But if you speak his language in his tongue, then you touch his heart. There's a feeling for it, and it's just like when you say something negative. Someone could call you a derogatory term in English, has no feeling, has no effect on you. Rafa, what were you, not Rafa, Serge, what were you gonna say?
Uh, no, I wanna make some comments about the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I love this note because I totally agree. When you talk with someone else and this can understand you, okay. But when you trying, even perfect communication, but you're trying to communicate with them in a own language is different. It's like it sounds like no sound. It's really feeling. You know, I can understand when I went to the US and when I have the opportunity to talk in people from other countries like Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, and I'm not even at that time I don't have no idea about the Spanish language, but I'm trying, and I feel that this VIS is like look different when I'm struggle to trying to speak in Spanish and oh it's okay go go I'm trying and that's know about the learned language, a new language, but it's about feeling, and that's why I decided to learn Spanish as well, and I feel this, and the same feeling for me when someone is trying to talk in Portuguese, and they can okay guy, hey yeah, wow,
They're
go
very excited for you.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. You can connect with someone like that. Yeah. If ever you go to a Korean restaurant, if you speak Korean, they will give you extra food. So that's another reason to learn Korean. All right, we ended with Julio reading Ralph Waldo Emerson. Rafa, I think you had the. Oh no. Was it Rafa? You had Sarah Cadwell. Raphael, I think you had the next one. Sarah Cadwell.
Okay. Which one I have to read?
Sarah Caldwell. The middle one on the bottom.
Okay. Learn everything you can, anytime you can, from anyone you can. There will always come a time when you will be grateful you did.
Okay, let's take that in. Learn everything you can, anytime you can, from anyone you can. All right. And the last one, Sergio, from Giulietta. What is his name?
Federico Fellini.
Yes, from him.
Federico Fellini.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Okay, a different language is a different vision of life. Yes. Again, it's like a feeling.
Tell me this. When you speak a different language, does your personality change? This is an open question to anybody who wants to share.
I don't agree with this statement.
Okay. Which one? By Federici?
The last one. The last one is controversy. I believe that you don't change your behavior, your personality, your vision of life also when you speak a language. You are the same.
Okay.
And your opinion and what you think about some situations, it doesn't matter. What you try to speak with your own language, your opinion, but you cannot try your opinion. You just
You cannot change your opinion.
You don't change. That's it.
Okay. Any thoughts on that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna go with. Was that you, Fasa?
Yes. I think that I
and then we'll
agree.
go with you. Sorry. Go on. Sorry. Continue.
I think I agree with Rafael. I think that if you are learning or if you are started to learn a new language, maybe you have a new experience and that's it. I think that maybe your point of view or something like that change according to the new experience that you are having in that at that moment or something like that. But your own personality shouldn't change at all. For example, in that case, if you are learning a lot of language, maybe you will be a lot. You
You
will
have
have
multiple personalities.
yes, something like that. Yes, that is my point here.
Okay. I
I
disagree.
think
I disagree with both of you, but we're gonna go with Sergio and then Ampero.
okay.
Sergio, you were saying.
Yeah, I agree. And some of part when you say something like, yeah, I don't change my opinion or my point of view, but you know, when you in the culture, not it's not like again, it's not learning just learning a language. It's learning a new culture. And probably like for us, Brazilian is more easy. You like in the at first time we hug somebody else and giving our opinion, personal opinions. But when you talk with different people from another culture, you have to consider and oh yeah, it feel like different, but I can understand better this no new friend or new person. I think again, it's
So
about
you're
feeling.
so you're saying your personality not change. It doesn't change necessarily for yourself, but for the person you're communicating to, your audience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Interesting. Okay. Ampero? You're on mute, Ampero.
Well, I
Ampi.
think with this idea, maybe the guy tried to express that when you are going to travel to another place, you can find some differences with your culture, and you start thinking in another way. For example, there are some people that could be a little cold, and when they come to our country, they saw how people is so close with the family and so affection that, the expressions that people use to greet or to say something to their parents.
Okay.
Man is referring in that way. You can see another way to express a different than the way that you used to do it.
Okay. So as Rafa and Fusto were saying, your core personality doesn't change, but what you're saying, Ampero, is that maybe your point of view or the angle of
Exactly.
which you're seeing it changes.
Exactly.
Yes, teacher. I
Okay.
only I would like to add something.
Please.
I am reading something about Federico Fellini. He passed away around 1993. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that in that point, according to Amparo said before, I think that he wrote these notes because he doesn't know very well something about the globalization, because right now you will be able to learn a new language by using the internet. So I think that this is the reason that I do not agree, only 50%, I think.
You agree somewhat. The reason I say personally I don't, rather personally I do agree with that statement. A different language is a different vision of life, is because, like Sergio said, when you learn a language, you learn the culture also upon which the language was built. Um, my example is Korean. When I learned it, Korean, it has a hierarchy system. The way I speak to Sergio is different from how I would speak to my parents, and it's different from how I would speak to a dog. And you learn that while you learn the language. So it gives you that different point of view. And there are just certain things that you can't say and you can't do in the language because culturally they don't do that. There's a level of respect built into the language. That's why I think it gives you a different. And yes,
Italian
I
is
agree
the
with you that
same.
Italian is the same.
Yes,
Giulietta?
it's a very yes, it's a very formal language compared to English. English sounds to me more informal.
Okay. All right.
Teacher, let me say my point again.
Of
I'm
course. Go
saying
on.
that I can't never thought as a native speaker. So for
You
this
can never think
reason,
as a native speaker. speaker. Uh-huh.
Yes, for this reason, for me, would be difficult to say something that is natural for a native speaker. Let me give you an example. A joke. What is funny for American is not funny for Brazilian. You see? So because you have another form to associate something, and it's not funny for Brazilian, it doesn't make sense sometimes. And so in this way of thinking, it's different.
Yes. 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 Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I agree with you on
I
that.
convince you.
No, you didn't convince me, but I mean, I agree with you with what you just said. I I think, yeah, and again, you're not wrong or you're not right. It's just I don't agree with you when you say that Federico Fellini
Federico Fellini.
is his quote is incorrect. I think his quote is actually very on point or very exact.
Can I add something about that?
No, you cannot say anything, Giulietta. I'm joking. Yes, please.
Okay.
Remember, that's not funny for Brazilian teacher.
Oh, sorry. Well, she laughed. She's Italian, so maybe.
Oh, I want
Go
to
on.
say just that Federico Fellini was a director, so maybe he thought not just language with words, but even language with images. So
Cinematography.
don't know.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yes, cinema and movies.
Because he says it's a different vision of life. So yeah, you see it a different way.
Yes, because
Okay.
if you see the movies, they are like a dream life, like an oniric. I don't know,
I didn't
like a
understand you. I
dream.
didn't hear the. Okay. When you see
Yeah.
movies, they're like a dream.
When you see the Fellino movies, they are like a
Oh,
dream
Fellini.
life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, class. We had a reading and exercise for today. However, I don't think we'd have enough time to do it. The answers are on the paper. So if you want to do it later, this would be a good exercise to help you uh, work with the forms of words. Okay, I'll do the first paragraph, and then you can do the rest by yourself, and then we'll continue with conversation. Okay.
Okay.
So what the passage is about reasons for learning a language. Okay. Now there are blanks in the passage. In the blank section, you have to put in a word that is related to these capital words on the side, on the right side. However, you have to put in a word that fits in the sentence correctly. Here's an example with number 1. Learning a foreign language takes time and it says blank. Right here it says dedicate, which is a verb. Dedicate is a verb. We have to figure out the word that goes here. And right here, it takes time and they put in the noun dedication. But still millions of people do this every day. It is no wonder for there are so many. Here we have
Different.
differ, which is a verb. So what would be the word that goes here? It's an
Different.
adjective.
Different.
Different. Different spheres and situations where a foreign language can be
Helpful.
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 Helpful. All right, good. You can fill this out on your own time, because I think you'd have more time to do it then. And again, if you want the answers, they're at the bottom. So you can do it without looking, and then check your answers at the end. But for the next 15 minutes, let's continue on with conversation. Okay? People are dropping. Oh, 5. Goodbye, Julio. Let me ask this. How many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak? Usually Verbling students speak 2, 3, or more languages. Personally, I speak English, conversational Korean, and Spanish. I should speak Spanish better, but yeah, I speak Spanish. So those 3 languages. Go for it, Ampero. How about you?
I speak Spanish and barely English.
Barely English?
No more.
Your English is way better than my Spanish. Hey, you speak English very beautifully. I will say it. Okay. Fausto.
Okay, I speak Spanish because that is my native language, and also I
Mm-hmm.
try to speak English, and I know some basic statement from Hindi,
From what?
from India, Hindi.
Hindi.
Yes,
How and why did you study Hindi?
and because I am all time I am talking with Indian people.
Okay, interesting.
Yes,
Hmm.
and they prefer speak
For your job.
in their mother language instead of
Hmm.
practice their English or something like that.
I've heard Indians who sound like they are American, like they don't have any accent.
No,
Yeah.
and that is the reason that I'm trying to improve my English skill because they are sorry for my appreciation here, but they are speak very fast and with a mixed rate combination from native Hindi speakers with British accent. For me, it's very complicated to understand them very well. And that's
Okay.
the reason that I'm here. Sorry.
No need to apologize. Okay, cool. So English, Spanish, and Hindi. Cool. Julieta,
Yes.
how many languages do you speak?
Um, okay, I'm fluent in French, Italian, because it's my mother tongue, and a little bit of Deutsch, and a little bit of English. And the indigenous language of my of my place,
The indigenous language of what?
of South Italy. That is
Oh,
different. Yeah,
there's a special language they speak in southern Italy. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, no, yeah, like a dialect, like a regional dialect, or
yeah, the dialect. Yeah,
I love how everybody's very modest. They say, "Oh, I only speak some English, a little bit of English." All of you guys inspire me, and I'm not trying to flatter you or anything. You guys inspire me to learn other languages. You guys are amazing. All right, good. So French, Italian,
a little bit of
and
Deutsch.
a little bit of
My
Deutsch.
dialect. Yeah.
Okay, good. Europeans usually speak many languages. Yes, that is right. Go for it, Julio. What do you know?
I know Spanish, English,
Yes.
and the international language of love.
Oh, he's fluent in love.
I'm
Oh.
fluent in love.
Where did you study love?
This is a language that you learn with trial and error with women in general.
With women in general, they're the best teachers.
Yeah, they just
Okay.
you learn it by kisses and slaps.
Okay, all right.
That's why I have big cheeks. I've been slapped many times.
So you are not a good student, man.
But I also got a lot of kisses. But you definitely need to get slapped if you want to learn it. You have to know the limits. Marcus?
He's freezing.
Yes.
I think he disconnected.
Everybody here?
Class. Okay, okay. Oh man,
Okay.
I was wondering why nobody was talking.
You are freezing.
I was frozen. Because I said something and I thought it was funny and nobody made any noise, so I was like, okay, I'm sorry. All right, go, Rafael. What about you?
Well, I struggling with English and Spanish. I speak a bit, and Portuguese, my own
Oh,
language.
Marcos
Marcus gone.
is gone.
So, oh, he's here. Okay. Welcome, Marcus.
Give me.
I have no idea. My internet will always do very well until I start a Verbling class. Okay, so you're struggling with English, Rafa. Yeah,
Yes.
Rafael, yeah. Yeah. Okay, and what else do you know?
Spanish. My father is Chilean, so
Is
I.
Italian?
Sorry,
Your father is from where?
Chile.
Oh, Chilean, okay.
Yes, and I speak Spanish and Portuguese.
Okay, that's awesome. Did you grow up speaking Spanish at home?
No, actually, neither my father speaks Spanish well, and I always say it's to him because his Spanish is very bad, and nowadays he has made a mix of language, Portuguese with Spanish, and it's a mess. So it's very bad.
Okay.
He's not a
Okay,
good.
okay. All right, all right. Interesting. And Diana left. I was going to ask her, but she is gone. So we have a nice mix of languages here. Um, this is a question I always ask, and Ampero and Sergio know what I'm going to say. But it is question number 4. And I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to say it like this. In your experience, well, oh, sorry, Sergio, I didn't ask you. What languages do you know? Sergio, what languages do you know?
Oh, okay. I can speak English. Estou desenvolvendo meu espanhol e posso falar português também.
And that's it?
That's it.
All right, good, good, good.
Marcos, may I have a question?
Yes, you may, or may I ask a question?
Okay. As you are a teacher, how important is the accent for foreign speakers? How important is to try to be closer as native speakers? It is important, or in your opinion, it's not important?
This is just my opinion, and everybody will have an opinion about this. But again, you have to ask, what is the purpose here? Why are you learning the language? What is your goal? If your goal is to be understood, sometimes accent plays a problem. So you don't want that accent where you're misunderstood.
You're froze again.
Yes.
Accent. I have, and you will always have an accent whatever you do. And also, you have to remember, the majority of English speakers are not native speakers. So personally, I don't think it is so important to have accent reduction. Now, that said, if your job is working for telecommunications for an American company and they outsource the job to you, you want to reduce your accent. If your job, again I'm saying job, but if you, for some reason, if you're doing a voiceover for a movie, or if you're acting and you want to have a certain accent, then it is important. But really, English, it is based on, or any language is based on your rhythm, your intonation coming up and down, key words where the accents are, record. You have to know certain things like that, and that's not based on accent, but I think those things are more important. And when you have those down, you can understand what is being said. And that's what communication is for understanding, conveying meaning. Did that answer your question?
Perfectly, yes.
Okay. So my question to you guys, there are 3 minutes left, but I'm going to stay a little bit longer, if you have the time. What, in your opinion, in your experience, what's the best way to learn a foreign language? Okay. In your opinion, what's the best way to learn a foreign language? I'm going to start with Julieta first, all right? Then I'm going to ask Sergio, then Ampi. And Julio and Rafa, you can answer after if you have an opinion. Julieta?
I think it's the best way is to have a close friend.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's easy to learn that way. Can you hear me? Because I think I have some problem.
No, we can hear you perfectly.
I think it's the best way because it's more. There is more fun. There is. It's more natural and it's easier.
Enjoyable. She said fun, but enjoyable, natural, and easy. Okay. Interesting. Sergio.
As a good friend told me some time ago, it's simple. Marry a native speaker.
All right, marry a native speaker.
Yeah. But if you don't, you can't. For now, maybe I totally agree with Juliet. That's friendship is the best way. Of course, you can cover something like studying, but friendship is you can contact with, and maybe he or she can help you about some mistakes, the correct way, the correct pronounce. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, correct pronunciation. Yes. Okay. Again, friendship. Actually, when you marry a native speaker, it's for the same reasons that friendship is one of the best ways to learn a language. I'll hear Ampero, and then I'll let the two gentlemen speak, and then I'll give my opinion. Ampero.
Well, I think you have to try to be surrounded by the language that you try to learn. Try to read books. Try to speak with people that have the native speakers, or just watching movies or listen to music. Try to think everything in the language that you are learning.
Okay, so immerse yourself in it. That is to say, surround yourself in it.
Yeah. if you don't have the opportunity to go to a place where the language is spoken. So that is
Mm-hmm.
the way. Mhm.
Okay, so Sergio, you don't have to go to Guaya. Where are you from again, Ampero?
Guayaquil. Guayaquil.
Guayaquil.
Guayaquil.
Guayaquil. You don't have to go there. You can stay inside Rio and surround yourself by Spanish. And Ampi will come and visit you.
Okay. Deal.
All right, Julio and Rafael, in your the best way, if you want to share.
Well, I agree with Ampi. Uh, my English hadn't really improved until I started uh, getting immersed in it. And what I do, well, right now, even though I'm Mexico and I've been always living here, I've never been abroad.
Mm-hmm.
I try to speak English all the time. I watch CNN. That's the only thing that I watch on the TV. Only CNN because it's the only English speaking channel that I have. And I when I go out, I try to go out with friends that speak English too. And when
Mm-hmm.
we go out, we speak in English. I take Verbling classes, and I speak English at job. So pretty much I'm
At your
speaking
job.
English most of at my job. Yeah. So pretty much I'm speaking English most of my day, and that seems to work for me. I think I'm not good at memorizing things. I'm not good at
Mm-hmm.
taking notes. I actually don't like it, so I have to be surrounded by it to make my brain absorb it and just deal with it. That's the only thing that I tell to my brain. Just deal with English. Don't rationalize it. Don't take notes. Don't do anything, but just engage in it and deal with it. And it's been working.
That that's
Marcus?
been working. Ampi, that you enjoy while doing it in English. So if you're playing poker in English, if you love poker, can you hear me?
Yeah, you were frozen for 5 seconds
Yeah.
or something.
It's too cold for you.
Now you're back. Now you're acting strange.
All right, can you hear me? All right.
Your
Yes?
connection
I'm
has a delay.
I'm always acting strange. Yeah, my connection has a delay. No, I was saying that you have to do something that you enjoy in the language, so that, like you said, your brain just shuts off to say thinking about it, but you're actually doing something that you enjoy, so you continue doing it. And actually, that's what Julieta said about the conversation with a friend. Rafael, do you have something to say?
Well, my exercise for English, as our colleague said, Julio, is to watch. I've tried to watch CNN and some movies in English without subtitles and anything. And what I think it's important, I can because I am Brazil, so I cannot speak English all the time. So I'm thinking in English sometimes. So this is
Mm-hmm.
important. So what I am what I have to do is just thinking in English. It's a good
Just
exercise
thinking English?
for my mind.
Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, he said thinking in English, yeah. When you surround yourself. All right. Class, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Um, my ideas on it are Ampero says not only surrounding yourself with it, but engaging in it. Okay, actively engaging, using the language. And that's basically what all of you said. Julieta said, get friends if you're a social person. Sergio said, marry a native speaker. And even Rafael said, you may not have this stuff readily available to you. So thinking in the language. What I say generally is meaningful interaction. Now, interaction, means giving and receiving, of course. So you interact in the language because language is about transferring meanings. That's what communication is about. So interaction. And meaningful just means something that you want to do, something that is working towards your goals. So sometimes your goals are to make a friend laugh, to work on a relationship. Fatuso's, he left at the moment, but his goal is to reduce his accent with his coworkers and to understand their British English. So that's his goal. So you have to do something that's meaningful for you. If your friends play poker in English, even if they don't talk, something that you enjoy doing. So I think that's the best way. There is no one best way. There are 7 billion people in this world. There's 7 billion different ways to learn a language. But the best way to learn it is meaningful interaction. Something you enjoy, sending and receiving. Okay?
Teacher, but I don't find
Rafael.
meaningful grammar, for example. But I have
You
to.
don't find simple grammar?
No,
I
I
didn't
don't
hear that.
find meaningful, and I don't find interesting to study grammar, for example. But I have to because it
Well,
will improve my
okay,
English.
what is your goal for studying English?
It's for a job.
For your job? Okay. Some people don't find grammar interesting. But when I say meaningful, meaning the way or the method has to be meaningful to you. So this is meaningful to you. Being in a Verbling class, talking, because maybe you enjoy ideas. Maybe you enjoy other cultures. What is something that you, Raphael, enjoy? And use that as the medium or the way to learn English. That's what I mean meaningful. And actually grammar would come easier, more easily to you.
Yes, I understand you, but I don't enjoy grammar. Just it's boring for me, you know, to read a grammar. But I believe we have to because it's important, and I know that will improve my English as much as I can study. Will improve my English or not?
They're
Marcos,
speakers.
are you there?
Yeah. Ah.
Goodness sakes, and I made a very good point too again.
Well, I don't
I
think
said,
that it's necessary to learn grammar. I mean,
oh,
at least 50% of
goodbye.
native
Goodbye.
speakers.
Sorry, Julio.